Hey everyone, I'm Bradford Goodrich, and for July 12, 2013, I'm asking the question, what is it about this Jesus? In the next week, we're going to be wrapping up our talk on Genesis 3. Since we've been introduced to what sin is, we've talked about admitting to ourselves that we've done something wrong. We've talked about admitting to God that we have sinned against Him. And all this is also to realize that there is a devil, an adversary to God. There are battle lines, if you will, between God's side and Satan. Because of that, we have to make a choice. Sometimes when faced with consequences, we try to cover up what we've done. We try to make ourselves look not as bad as we are. An example of this is in Genesis 3:12 when Adam blames Eve for giving him the fruit, therefore causing him to be in the state of nakedness and shame and aware that he has sinned against God. Adam is aware of what he's done, but he doesn't want to accept responsibility or the blame. When it comes to sin, the only person we have to blame is ourselves. Obviously, like we said before, we can't just keep sinning thinking that, well, God's going to forgive me. We can't do that. We can believe He will, but we can't act like what we do is meaningless. Like there aren't consequences, or it's just okay to accept that we can do whatever we want no matter how bad it is because God's going to forgive us. It's an offense to God. It's insulting to Him. We don't care what we do because we just think we can get away with it. I think lots of people who have been in the faith for just a little bit or even for years, all their life, worry that when they mess up repeatedly, they've gone beyond God's forgiveness. But to believe that would be to surrender to Satan. To think that God can't save you is to just give up and side with the devil. But knowing that God can forgive you, even when you mess up again and again, you can't try to lessen what you've done. You can't put it off on someone else. You have to take responsibility for your actions. And that's what God needed Adam and Eve to do. And yet right here, in this one verse, they start blaming someone else for the trouble that they're in. This way can serve as a sort of reminder that when we face the consequences, a punishment, a sentence, there's still hope.